Well, foremost, I want to start out by giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles for their edification and knowledge. Call Halayayim Yah, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. And the foremost, give all praise again to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. I'm going to go to... start out with Deuteronomy. It's Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God, Yahweh, and the Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all the people that are upon the face of the earth. So the Lord chose a special nation of people, man. Among all the 18 nations, he chose one to be his portion, man. Go to Deuteronomy 14 and 2. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself. So that strange, peculiar people. Once again, that's the Lord's portion, man. Above all the nations that are upon the earth. So the Lord is separating a specific, peculiar people, special, strange, and peculiar people, and that's going to be his portion, man. Among all the other nations upon the face of the earth. So the Lord is pretty much that separatist, man. I'm going to go to Deuteronomy 1 and 1. Deuteronomy 1 and 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side of Jordan, in the wilderness, in the plain over against the Red Sea, between Paran, Taphel, Laban, Hazaroth, Dazahab. So that's the nation of Israel. That's what he's talking about, the nation of Israel. You want to go to we'll go to Malachi 3 and 6. Malachi 3 and 6. Before I go there, let me hit Jeremiah 17 and 4. Jeremiah 17 and 4. Says I'm right here. This is Jeremiah 17 and 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue thine heritage that I gave thee. That heritage relates to that portion that the Lord has promised relating to that nation Israel. Let me finish. And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. And this is why they were disconnected, man. They ultimately separated from the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua because of their disobedience to the Lord. So they transgressed. So the punishment is discontinue from their heritage, their identity, and who they are, man, and where they come from. Let me go to Malachi 3 and 6. 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 For I am the Lord, I change not, therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. So the Lord never changes, man. He's not an author of confusion. He never changes. He stays the same. I'm going to go to Amos 3 and 7. Amos 3 and 7. This is Amos 3 and 7. You can find it. It's a different Bible here, so the numbers are different. This is Amos 3 and 7. Amos 3 and 7. Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord will do nothing but reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. This relates to this truth and knowledge. So the ones who know this truth and knowledge are the prophets, man. They're always the ones who know the dark sayings, the metaphors relating to these scriptures, man. The true knowledge, man. The true metaphors that most are not going to know. And so the secrets are given to the prophets, man. Because each prophets, they always prophesize the downfall of kingdoms and prophesize the downfall of kingdoms and rulers and powers, man. So they're the ones that always done that, man. From the previous kingdoms all the way to right now, as currently, as you see. Let me go to Ezekiel real fast. I'm going to read some verses of Ezekiel that talks about the two sticks. Ezekiel 37. I want to read a few verses, examples. Neither shall thou defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of their dwelling place, which is their captivity, wherein they have sinned, and I will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their God. So that's that new covenant that the Lord's going to make, man. You know what I mean? That new covenant. And he's gonna redeem them back by his son. Redeem means to buy back again. And only the Son and the Father can redeem back Israel, man. No one else, man. And David, my servant, shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd. And they shall also walk in my judgments, observe my statutes, and do them. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given to Jacob, my servant, wherein our fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children, and their children's children forever. My servant David shall be their prince forever. So the land that they promised, man, they're going to go back to what the Lord promised, man, from the beginning, man. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them, and it shall be an everlasting covenant with them. And that's the second covenant, which is a permanent covenant. And it shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and I will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. My tabernacle also shall be with them. I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, do sanctify Israel. Relate to these other nations, because they're going to know that the Israelites, who they are, and the ones that are back in power with their power, man. So all the nations are going to know, man. You know what I mean? Because Israel's going to be back in a righteous state of mind, and righteous state, period. And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. And that's that permanent righteous covenant. Man. I want to go to let me go to Isaiah 41 and 8. 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 But thou, Israel, art my servant Jacob, whom I have chosen, and the seed of Abraham, my friend. So that's the nation of Israel. That's who he chose, man, his people. Leviticus 20 and 26. Leviticus 20 and 26. Leviticus 20 and 26. Leviticus 20 and 26. This is Leviticus 20 and 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord Yahweh, am holy. The Lord, and ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord Yahweh, am holy, and have severed you from the other people. So the Lord has separated us, because he made a certain people to himself, that ye shall be mine. Go to Psalms 147 and 19. 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 147 and 19. And he shewed his word into Jacob, and the statutes and his judgment to Israel. That relates to the nation of Israel, because he gave those things to the nation of Israel, man. For you have I only known, man, as is quoted in the scripture. So the Lord has only known a one nation, man. Let's go to Amos 3:1 and 2. Amos 3:1 and 2. Amos 3:1 and 2. Amos 3:1 and 2. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel. against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. So, the father, his children, equals punishment, man. That's his portion, man. They the one that transgressed, so the Lord's gonna punish them. You know what I mean? That's his portion, man. Just like a father punishes his son or daughter, man, for them doing wrong, man. I want to go to Joel 2:27. Joel 2:27. Joel 2:27. Joel 2:27. Joel 2:27 is Ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed. So the Lord that God is that God, Yahweh Bashim Yoshab, man. His people is the nation of Israel, man, and they shall not be ashamed, man. I want to go to the Apocrypha now. Some verses in the Apocrypha. I'm going to get that. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 2:7. 2nd Ezra 2:7. Second Ezra 2:7. Let them be scattered abroad among the heathen. Let their names be put out of the earth, for they have despised my covenant. That's the nation of Israel, man. So pretty much they've been erased. They've been like that monument, man. Pretty much used to be, man. Or pretty, in this case, non-existent, man. Read that again. Let them be scattered abroad among the heathen, raised to the other nations. Let their names be put out of the earth, for they have despised my covenant. They have despised it. How they despised is by not obeying, man. Their disobedience. Let's go to the punishment of that. They've been scattered, man. You know what I mean? They've been scattered all over, man. All four corners of the earth. Relating to Deuteronomy 28:64. To worship other gods, even wood and stone, man. Part of Deuteronomy 28 relating to the curses. I want to go to I forgot to go to Isaiah 40 and 15. I'll get that before I get it. Hopefully before the end of this lesson. Let's go to Baruch 2:29. Baruch 2:29. Baruch 2:29. if ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I will scatter, so they become a small number. For I know that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves. And that's what's happening now. Relating to Ezekiel 37, the dry bones, man. The remnants begin to wake up, and shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them the heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity. So Judges 5 and 11, beginning to rehearse the righteous acts and doing certain things, so into remembrance, man, to the best of their abilities. Rehearse means pretty much to practice, you know. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. And they shall remember the ways of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. And I will bring them again into the land which I have promised with the oath into their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not diminish, man. And I will make an everlasting covenant, which is that second covenant, with them to be their God, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. So they're going to make that new covenant. The laws and statutes are going to be put into them. They're not going to err off. You know what I mean? It's going to be like brushing their teeth, man. You know what I mean? So it's going to be instinctive. And that's that second covenant, which is the future, man. We'll go to let me go to Baruch 2 and 4 and 6. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved Yahweh to wrath. And that's the reason. Because their disobedience, and because of their continuous disobedience, they made the Lord out of wrath to punish them, man. And they had to be punished. And they've been scattered among the other nations. Folly set in great dignity, the rich sit in a low place. They were once kings and princes, but now they made to be servants, man. I'll read it again. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved Yahweh to wrath, and you were delivered to your enemies, man. And that's the consequence for their transgressions. A more base of nation of people were made to rule over them, man. And that's what's happening. Let's go to Tobit 3. Tobit 3. Tobit. Tobit 13, 2 through 5. Tobit 13, 2. For ye doth scourge and have mercy, and lead it down to hell, and bring it up again, neither in there any that can avoid his hand. Confess him before the Gentiles, and ye children of Israel, for he hath scattered us among them. There declare his greatness and extol before all the living, for he is our Lord Yahweh, and he is our God Yahweh, our Father forever. And he will scourge us from our iniquities, and will have mercy again, and will gather us out of the nations, so that redeeming by and back, because they were scattered among the nations because of their transgressions, man. But a remnant is going to be, the Lord's going to have mercy upon the remnant to redeem them back, man, to deliver them back out of captivity, man, and make that second covenant again. And I will gather us out of all the nations among whom he has scattered. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 6:54 and 58. 2nd Ezra 6:54 and 58. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest the Lord of all thy creation of him, they all came from Adam, come we all and the people also whom thou hast chosen. So the Lord has chosen a specific people of all the nations. All this I have spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou hast made the world for our sakes. For the world was created for the righteous sake. And as for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but they're like into spittle. Go with Isaiah 40:15 through 17, which I'll try to get. And has likened the abundance of them into a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, O Lord Yahweh, behold, these heathen which have ever been reputed as nothing have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. That's the consequence, because the nation of Israel transgressed. So these other nations, out of punishment, and the consequence of the punishment, we're going to made to rule over them. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and the fervent lover, and are given into their hands. And I'll continue on. 59. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? That's a good question. Only the Lord knows that time, man. But the point is, really, when you look at it from a balance aspect, even though the world was created for Israel, but the wicked have to have their time to rule, and that means Israel has to be at a lower state, man. And for the balance of it, they had to experience being wicked, being at a very low estate, so they can appreciate being lifted up and being at a good estate, a permanent state. So, and to help fulfill prophecy, ultimately, because the wicked have to be in power so they can be ultimately taken down. So it's their time, you know what I mean? Go to let's go to last verse, Isaiah 40:15 and 17. Isaiah 40:15 and 17. This is how the Lord feels about these nations, man. The Lord doesn't really love these nations like most people think he does, because he don't have no love. He only has love for the nation of Israel, man. The Lord is a matter of speaking to separatists, man. Because if he would have loved everyone, he would love everyone. You know what I mean? So that don't make no sense. That wouldn't make no sense. Behold, the nation are as a drop of a bucket. Isaiah 40:15 through 17. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as a small dust of balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beasts thereof sufficient for burnt offering. So they can't do nothing to try to change the Lord's mind. They couldn't give him gifts. They couldn't offer sacrifices. You know, and the Lord is already predestined. One is the vessel of honor, one is the vessel of dishonor. 18. To whom they will be likened, God, or what liken will he compare unto them? Shalakia, wrong one. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing, in vanity. So the Lord, that's how he feels about the nations. Shalakia on that verse. That's how he feels about the nations, man. So they're less than nothing. So the Lord has a special people that he chose, man. And that portion only, man. I hope this helps. And this is a few verses relating to, the Israelites being scattered and why. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yoshua Bashem Rakakadash, the water for listening. Shalom. Thank you.